Welcome to this explainer. We're jumping right into a highly charged Premier League fixture that honestly has absolutely everyone talking. We're breaking down the incredibly dramatic 1-1 draw between Liverpool and Chelsea. It was a match that ended not with cheers, but with the reigning champions being emphatically booed off their very own pitch at Anfield. So how on earth did it come to this? Let's get into it.
Let's start with the post-match tension. Manager Arne Slot didn't hide from it at all. After the final whistle, he just straight up acknowledged the frustration echoing around the stadium. He said, and I quote, "It completely makes sense that people are disappointed if we don't win." He recognized that when a team like Liverpool drops points, nobody's gonna be happy. But a 1-1 draw doesn't always guarantee a chorus of boos, right? So we've kind of got to dig a little deeper here.
Section 1. Boos at Anfield, unpacking the tension.
You see, the fans weren't just reacting to one isolated moment. It was basically a perfect storm of disappointment. First off, you have Liverpool, the reigning champions, dropping points at home against a Chelsea side sitting way down in 9th place. Then, add in a performance that pretty much everyone described as disjointed and, well, lackluster. And the spark that really set the crowd off? That would be the highly unpopular substitution of fan favorite Rion Gumaha. Slot actually defended pulling the MOA off the pitch by pointing to pure pragmatism. He mentioned some muscle problems and said the player himself was uncertain about continuing. He literally admitted, "I knew this would be the reaction." He knew taking off a fan favorite would trigger some serious backlash, but as the manager, he just had to make that tough call to protect his player. But obviously, in the heat of the moment, that logic did absolutely nothing to calm a really frustrated crowd.
Section 2. Early goals and equalizers. The match unfolds. Let me tell you, those opening 50 minutes were just pure chaos. Liverpool actually started with some incredible promise. Ryan Gravenberch found the back of the net super early in just the 6th minute. But then they let Chelsea right back into the game. Enzo Fernandez equalized in the 35th minute. And by the time we hit the 49th minute, Cole Palmer actually had a goal disallowed for Chelsea. So Liverpool's early dominance? Yeah, that faded incredibly fast into this tense back-and-forth struggle. Which brings us to Section 3, a frustrating second half, the grind.
If you want to know the true story of this grind, just look at the possession split. It is almost dead even. 52% for Liverpool, 48% for Chelsea. This really proves just how evenly matched and, frankly, exhausting this game truly was. Neither midfield could firmly take the game by the scruff of the neck and actually dictate the tempo.
And that lackluster attacking play, it is painfully obvious in the final shot count. We're talking just 8 total attempts for Liverpool and a mere 6 for Chelsea. Let's put that into perspective for a second. For a team with Liverpool's championship pedigree, playing at home at Anfield, generating only 8 attempts speaks volumes. It shows just how totally disjointed their attack was on the day. Both teams were just severely lacking a serious cutting edge. Now, despite that remarkably low shot count, it's definitely worth noting that Liverpool did have these moments of agonizing closeness in the second half. In the 71st minute, Dominic Szoboszlai hits the base of the post. Then, barely 8 minutes later, Virgil van Dijk crashes a massive header right off the top of the crossbar. Talk about fine margins, right? But honestly, hitting the woodwork twice without actually finding the net, that only added fuel to the fire and mounted the frustration in the stands.
All right, Section 4. Post-match reactions, dueling perspectives.
The post-match vibes here couldn't be more different if they tried. We have completely dueling perspectives. On one hand, Liverpool's Ryan Gravenberch expressed genuine disappointment with his own supporters. He said the players didn't deserve the booing and that fans have to be behind them for the full 90 minutes. But meanwhile, Chelsea's interim boss, Callum McFarlane, was just glowing with pride. He stated his team actually deserved to win the game and that they showed their true character as a group. It's wild. 2 completely different realities drawn from the exact same 90 minutes of football. The real reason Chelsea felt so positive boils down to one single massive number: 6. That number represents the miserable 6-game losing streak that they finally snapped. And they did it with this super resilient, battling performance right at Anfield. For Chelsea, this gritty draw is so much more than just a single point on the board. It injects this vital confidence and belief into the squad at the absolute perfect time. Why? Because they are preparing for a massive FA Cup final against top-flight opposition next Saturday. So this was exactly the momentum builder they desperately needed. Section 5, the bigger picture, season stakes. This Premier League table reveals the true heavy stakes at play right now. Look, Arsenal and Man City are pulling away at the top, but the battle for those Champions League spots is razor thin. Liverpool sits in 4th place with 59 points, but they are barely clinging to it. I mean, Aston Villa is right there, just breathing down their necks at 58 points. At this stage of the season, every single point dropped by Liverpool feels like a monumental missed opportunity. Chelsea, meanwhile, sits a bit further down in 9th with 49 points. So for Liverpool, this draw isn't just some isolated blip. It's looking like part of a really precipitous decline. Think about it. The reigning champions have only secured 3 wins in their last 5 matches. Manager Arne Slot even pointed out a consistent negative balance when defending set pieces, which totally cost them again against Chelsea. When you combine a leaky defense on set pieces with a highly disjointed attack that's completely failing to capitalize on that famous Anfield home advantage, well, you've got a surefire recipe for severe underperformance. Which leaves us with a final, provocative thought to take away from this explainer. As the boos ring out loudly at Anfield, as their grip on that crucial top 4 noticeably loosens, and as the team fails to match their own championship pedigree week after week, is Arne Slot's position as manager rapidly becoming untenable? The pressure is undeniably mounting, and these coming weeks are going to be absolutely critical. Thanks for joining me as we unpack this fascinating source material, and I definitely encourage you to keep a close eye on how this drama unfolds next.
So, did you find today's explainer useful?
Then definitely drop a like, share it out, and subscribe to join the family.
Tell us, what should we explore next? Stay well.